Say, what's up, y'all? Polo Sports talking ENT. Up and at 'em early, grinding. Y'all go ahead and get on in. Hit that like and hit that sub, and y'all could go ahead and get in the comment section as well. I invite a couple people to come in. Uh, we got to talk about a whole lot of stuff that went down last night. Uh, and I'll just wait for a few of y'all to come on in, man. I'm not too sure if everybody gonna be in here, but nevertheless, still gonna get it cracking. Last night, uh, last night it wasn't too many people that pulled up for the Lakers and Suns and the Denver Nuggets and Blazers game. But nevertheless, man, still gotta grind, still gotta report that game because I felt like both games were pivotal, more so than the previous game. But we all know what's taking place. If you living up under a rock or you a dinosaur or what I'm saying, you've been, cast away. Uh, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna fill you in. But y'all just go ahead and we'll just wait a little bit before I go ahead and get started. Now look, um, the main topic is what LeBron had did yesterday. Okay, uh, I'm not even really talking about him walking out of the tunnel, and some people might see that as just straight poor leadership, which it is a poor leadership quality. But that wasn't the main thing that got me. Okay, now if you're gonna get on teammates, which if you play sports before, any type of competitive sport, you know, uh, there's not it's everybody's not gonna be so nice to you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not gonna be, come at you like your mom at the crib, or like it's a goddamn family reunion or something like that. No, when guys is trying to win and guys is trying to go to that next level in terms of what's the stakes, maybe whether it be the championship or whether it be uh, the next round of the playoffs, whatever. Everybody got their fair share of egos or sense of urgencies that are going on, and some people's goals are different than others. Some people might be out there for stats. Some people might be out there because they're trying to chase records. Some players might be actually trying to chase a championship. What's up, Florida boy? I see you in here. Salute to you. But LeBron, he displayed poor leadership in the fact, for one, didn't want to sit with his team. Uh, you know, sitting there frustrated. Look, and we all get frustrated. I'm not going to sit here and act like the man isn't a human being. But during that type of situation, man, you need to learn to channel that energy and know what's at stakes, and just suck it up, get out there, and stop all that body language, because you don't have a poker face and you don't have any. any way of hiding your body language. I mean, really, you're gonna sit there and walk out of the, back to the locker room with 5 minutes left to go. I mean, that's ridiculous, and that's an testament of what type of player that 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 you're around. Now, look, LeBron is still a great player. You know, he's still a great player, but when things when things don't go a person's way, and when uh when shit hits the fan, so to speak, that's when the real you see the real side of a person. Now, I'm not gonna if you're looking for me to just all out just shit on this dude's character, stuff like that. That's not the video for this. I'm just saying he didn't he didn't he didn't have any type of how can I say it? He wasn't humble in the fact of, okay, look, we lost. You know, take your L like a man. Uh, Go out on your shield. That sort of thing. You know, all he did was just walk out. He was sitting, distance from his teammates, and he was getting frustrated, getting upset during the game and stuff. Which, I mean, that right there, that's nothing new. Guys get upset with each other all the time. Teammates fight, things of that nature. That's nothing new, you know. So I won't sit up here and front like that's anything new. But what I will say is that, if if you're trying to win and you want guys to really, if you want to bring the best out of your teammates in a situation like that, because I'm gonna be real, the Lakers actually started the game off pretty good. They actually started off pretty good, but once Phoenix picked up that momentum, I think midpoints in the first quarter, that was it, and they just kept opening up. And see, with a situation like that, you want to definitely uh, try to assert yourself and establish your presence even more. Uh, some people felt like he shouldn't have been selfish. Some people felt like he should. Listen, I don't mind him. Okay, if you're gonna be angry and take your anger out on something, go out on the floor and do that, and just say, hey, look, I got tunnel vision right now. I'm trying to win this game. Excuse me, I don't have my other superstar right now. Look, I got to take care of business. I had no problem with that. I have no problem with that. I don't have I don't have no problem with that at all, because we know what's at stakes here. Listen, and a first round exit on his resume, okay, it's man, it's gonna happen. I mean, you can't sit here. Look, you can only do so damn much with with very little. You got Andre Drummond, who barely knows the system, coming over and not used to a winning environment. You got uh, uh, Wesley Matthews, who's somewhat been in the trenches, so to speak, but he's never really obtained been around championship greatness. Okay, I mean, the guys that are on there, they like Caruso and KCP and you know Kuzma, they've been in the championship trenches, but they're still not decorated as leaders yet. They're not able to lead the ship with that type of pressure on them on a big stage like that in a pivotal game. And yes, this was a pivotal game because now the momentum has shifted. Now, I'm still not if AD comes back and plays, they still got a shot, even with him on the floor. But like I said, I've told people time and time again, I don't want AD out there on the floor, not not feeling the way that he's feeling. I just don't. I don't want him there on the floor. I don't want him taking any chances to mess up his career later. I don't want any of that taking place. You know what I want is I want a fresh, I want a hungry, uh, full at full health and full strength AD out there on the floor. That's what I want. Anything anything less than that, you might as well go ahead and kick rocks. In my opinion, I don't want a less than healthy Kawhi. I don't want a less than healthy Giannis. I don't want a less than healthy LeBron. I don't want anybody being less than healthy because you know what that does. That puts more risk uh, to you for being hurt later on. Salute to you, Andover Sandlot. AD is made out of paper mache. LeBron is near the end of his road. Yeah, I can't argue with that. And Andover Sandlot. Listen, um, AD just came over. They got damaged goods. Let's just call it what it is. It's sort of like in football. I made the example yesterday with Julio Jones. Julio Jones, he's about to go somewhere, but they have to realize. And for those of y'all that don't know who Julio Jones is, he's a wide receiver that played for the Atlanta Hawks. Because some people don't keep up with football. I keep up with football. I keep up with football. I keep up with a lot of different sports. I may not know every single thing about that damn sport, but I do know uh, uh, the majority of. The only one I think that I might struggle with is maybe baseball. But anyways, that's a whole nother story. Uh, yes, AD is he he's injury prone, and I don't want to disrespect the man by saying he's fragile or nothing like that. Because to me, fragile means that somebody touches you and then you then you gonna fall or something like that. No, he and AD has actually came back and tried to play through injuries. So we got to give him credit on that, but he's just been injury prone. What's up, Annie K? I see you in the building. Um, Salute to the Queen, Annie K. Uh, you know, like Joel Embiid. As much as we talk about AD, I'm getting on. I'm Annie K. I got to get on our star player, our MVP candidate. I mean, he gets hurt. He get hurt quite a bit. He got hurt when he was coming in from Kansas. Didn't play a full season for 2 years. And he started off his career injury prone. So we got to stop acting like AD is the only one that's always getting hurt. CP3, last night he got hurt again, his shoulder. You know, AD get shot every game. Him and Embiid stay on the floor. You something else, and yeah, I mean, it seems like that. It seems like that. And Annie K to respond, the Lakers losing by 30. Yeah, that is a wow. I expected them to fight. Even harder than what they did. I expected them to fight even harder than what they did. A lot of times, man, it's not about. See, people's confidence gets shot once a player goes out. But uh, see, in the old NBA, it wasn't quite like that. Uh, when Shaq went out, when Kobe uh was had to take over. Guess what he did? He didn't cry. He was young in his career, and he had to take over. And that was in the finals, Eastern Conference Finals. Excuse me. No, that was in the finals. That was actually in the finals. I'm sorry. That was in the finals. That was in the finals. He had to take over because Shaq uh, had got hurt. Magic had Magic had to switch to center and play for Kareem. You know, there's no excuses. The greats have been able to say, okay, hey, look, I don't have a superstar. I have to strap up, you know, and lace up my boots and do what's necessary to win and put the team on your back. I don't mind if he has to ball hog in that situation. That right there, I understand. But if your team is on and you have teammates that are clicking on all cylinders, then I understand, okay, look, man, you got to pass the ball and everything. But if nobody's making any type of shot, they messing up on plays. Every time you get a ball to somebody, they making unnecessary errors and stuff like that. Yeah, go ahead and have tunnel vision and take it to the cup, or be aggressive with the scoring. I have no problem with that. I wouldn't have had a problem if LeBron was just like, "Look, I'm not passing none of you guys." But him walking off the floor and him being away from his teammates, you don't know what that does to your teammates. That makes you not your teammates not even want to play with you no more. That makes you not even want to play with them no more. Injuries, Embiid injury makes me mad, but he can't help it. Andy K, hey, beautiful. I never disagree with you. You know, but I, you're right, but I disagree in the fact Embiid needs to work on his conditioning just a little bit more. Hey, listen, he needs to work on his conditioning just a little bit more. He tried to do a lot better by shedding some pounds and stuff like that. I think he needs to take some more weight off because it's gonna affect his joints. It's gonna affect his joints and his lower extremities as you get older. When I give you an example, several players did it, but the main one was Kobe. Even LeBron. LeBron took some pounds off to get lighter. Because you want to get lighter as you get older. If you carrying weight like that, it's not good. And we're not talking about a guy that's like 6 foot and weighs a little over 100 pounds. We talking about a 7 foot 172 giant that weighs well over 230 some odd pounds. That's a lot of weight to be carrying around. Even close to 300 pounds sometimes. That's a lot of weight to be carrying around. CP3 is hurt, even more. Damn, if AD is not playing Game 6, the Lakers are done in Game 6. Now that right there, Annie K, I definitely agree with you, Queen. I agree with you. I agree with you. Now I agree with CP3. That's nothing new. That's nothing new. Just like AD isn't nothing new. Just like Joel Embiid isn't nothing new. Uh, just like uh, who else? To a certain degree, Ben Simmons. That's nothing new. Just like D Wade. D Wade stayed hurt a lot, but that was towards the end of his career. But the style that D Wade was playing was you knew that he was gonna have problems later on. You knew that he was gonna have problems later on. Um, and Game 6. AD, people want to force AD to try to play like Shaq. Uh, you know, I'm I like Shaq and everything, but he need to, for real, man. He need to close it because I'm gonna say like this, man. Shaq played in a different time period, and Shaq Um, but for as much as he wants to sit up here and say, "Hey, look, man, just put some icy hot on it or do whatever," man, Shaq, man, let's be real, man. You know, Kobe, Kobe carried you a lot. When you were coming into the season out of shape, and you had to play your way back into the shape, the team carried you. And that's why you had so many knick-knack injuries yourself, because you didn't really keep your body in shape. You didn't do what was necessary to keep your body in shape. That was Kobe doing that. Kobe was the one in there working on his body, lifting weights, uh, making sure that he stayed well conditioned. That was Kobe. That wasn't you. So Shaq, you got to stop acting like you did everything possible to take care of your body when you didn't. Andover Sandalite, Chuck called him Anthony Street Clothes Davis. Yeah, I know. Man, Chuck is something else, man. He's hilarious. But hey, when you do stuff that's you constantly getting an injury, you injury prone, or you it's like, damn, I don't like talking about it. I don't like clowning about it or nothing like that, because it is a serious thing. But dang, it's for real. It's like every time you turn around, it's an injury to that man. It's an injury to that man. It's like he can't stay healthy for more than several games at a time. For more than several games at a time, he cannot stay healthy. That's what it seems like. That's what it feels like. You know. So we all know what's at stakes here. That doesn't even need to be talked about anymore. We know what AD can do. We know uh, we know what type of impact he does have on the floor if he's 100%, and we know what LeBron needs to do. We shoot, and I mean we could sit here. Look, I'm not gonna just get on LeBron and stuff. Hey, the other team got to get the smoke too. I mean, the teammates got to get the smoke too, because collectively as a unit they played horrible. They played horrible. It's no excuse. It's no excuse for that. Um, if you getting blown out like that, I listen. I'm not gonna sit here and act like what LeBron did. It, People weren't feeling the way that he was feeling, because to be honest with you, I don't blame him for walking out the tunnel, but you shouldn't have did it though. I would have did my best to stay there. You know what I'm saying? Man, take your L like a man, because you're gonna get criticized. Be scribbled. They look like they didn't even try. Exactly. Man, that body language shows everything, man. Man, I could have put my kids out on the floor, and they could have put more effort than them grown man did. I mean, that's ridiculous. I listen, give me some guys that are doing everything that they can, man. They, like I said, that clawing and scratching thing, that's for real. Man, I want you, even if you gotta, take a punch or, fight a little bit, do whatever. Um, you gotta do what's necessary for you to win. I look at a guy like Fournier on Boston, and we gonna talk about that game in a little bit too. I look at like a Fournier from Boston, or like a Marcus Smart or somebody like that. I I look at guys like that that's willing to dive on the floor and stuff like that, because some people, let's just face it, man, diving on the floor and stuff like that, that's not the prettiest thing to do. People want to see, people getting crossed up. Hezo penetration, nice finish, soft off the glass. Dunking on somebody, offense, shooting, pulling up from 30, all that stuff. But don't nobody want to see the dirty work. Don't nobody want to see when that game is on the line. They don't want to see it getting physical to the point and doing everything that's necessary. Y'all hit the like and hit the sub as you come on in. You know, yeah, B Skrills. I mean, there's straight facts. Listen, give me people around me that want to win. You don't got to be the best shooter. You don't have to be you don't have to be the best ball handler. You don't have to have the best footwork. But one thing that I would like you to have is that thing pounding in your chest. For a minute, I thought the Nets was going to have to go back to Boston, especially in that second quarter. Yeah, exactly. Boston, I give Boston credit. They put up a good fight. They're shorthanded. I mean, you got a combination of Kimber hurt, and Jalen Brown hurt. And that's another person too, Kimber Walker. He stays hurt now. He stays hurt now. Seem like every time you turn around now, he stays hurt. He stays hurt. So listen, I'm not just gonna get on AD because I like AD. When like I told people, 100% AD, nobody can stop him. He shoot over his career. Like I said before, he shot with the exception of this season and the previous season. He shot well over 50%. Never has shot under 50%. So you tell me what type of value that brings. Always was competing. Anthony Davis is not the only one that's going to get this smoke. There's plenty of others. You know, for a while, as much as I love Kawhi, but his situation. I'm not gonna say but his situation or anything like that because there's no excuses. But he still was taking time off and load managing and stuff. But that I don't that doesn't to me that still puts him in the argument for one of the greats, even though he load managed and stuff. He showed up when he needed to. You know, he showed up definitely when he needed to. But the other game now, Denver and the Blazers, that was an epic game. I mean, that was a great performance by not only Dame, but him putting up 55 and Jokic putting up 38. And MPJ, Michael Porter Jr. Uh, Michael Porter Jr. he's next in line. You say what you want. That game was everybody was looking at it was sad. I bet everybody was looking at the Lakers and the Suns game, even though that game was a blowout. Even though that game was a blowout, I bet you everybody and their mama was still paying attention to what was going to happen. Because let's face it, man, a lot of people want to see Bron go home. A lot of people want the Lakers to lose. That's just what it is. You know, uh, people want to see the Phoenix Suns triumph and actually win. Like my guy Hitman X. Shout out to Hitman X. If you haven't subbed to his page, sub to his page. Man, what's up, T Price? And see, I know T Price is heated. I know T Price is heated, man. You know, I know he heated. I know you are definitely giving guys the smoke. Uh, Lake. One thing about Lakers fans, when they man, and even Clippers fans too. Man, listen, when they heat it, look, everybody gonna get it. You know, so Listen, I don't expect for Lakers fans to be feeling too good this morning, but I do expect them to have some sort of optimism. I do expect them to have some sort of optimism. Uh, oh yeah, B Squirrels. Yeah, man, listen, Michael Porter Jr. I've told people, I've gotten into arguments with people about this. Michael Porter Jr. is going to be a superstar. You know what I'm saying? Just like I've said, other guys, they just have it. They have that. They have that potential to be. Michael Porter Jr. can ball, bruh. What are you saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's in a situation where they don't have their main player, which in Murray. Murray besides Jokic was looked at as the guy, you know. And now Michael Porter Jr. got a case to actually mess around and replace. No, I'm not replace someone in that lineup for real. I'm just calling it what it is. Michael Porter Jr. You can't look at him as, oh yeah, a punch off the bench or just added scoring or nothing like that. Nah, he's gonna be one of your main options. And if that's the case, if they're not going to move forward with him, man, I go. So if I'm Michael Porter Jr., hey, your value is raising up in these playoffs. Your value is raising up. But that was a tremendous game yesterday. That was a tremendous game. And Dame, as much as I like Dame, he got to get out of there. He got to go. Listen, Dame, I understand you have that old school mentality. Nah, I want to stay. I want to stay. I want to ride it out. But man, you are carrying a big, big, big load, man. I mean, my goodness, 55. Uh, tying the game, taking it to double overtime. I mean, that one thing that you can't say about Dame Lillard is the fact that he'll win. He'll try to win at all costs. He will try to win at all costs. And that's what you want on your team. That's why I don't blame. Some people talking about he might go to New York and everything like that. I mean, I could see that happening. I could really see that happening. You know, I could see him uh maybe going, possibly to Miami. Hey, listen, don't quote me on that. Don't see that. I don't. We don't know, but Dame got to get the hell out of there. He got to get out of there. Yeah, you agree? Yeah, I mean, yeah, he has to leave. C.J. McCullough is not reliable. He's not. I've said that time and time again, but people just think, okay, well, nah. Hey, listen, a guy that's reliable is uh Dennis Rodman back in the day. A guy that's reliable is Klay Thompson. A guy that's reliable is like somebody like a Jokic or MPJ. A guy that is reliable is somebody like a DeAndre Ayton. A guy that's reliable is a Rudy Gobert. You need guys like that on your squad in order for you to continue the ship. Like I said, that's why and any person that feels differently about what I'm about to say, man, you really don't know basketball. Yes, I had him not Rudy Gobert not only as a defensive player candidate, but I also had him. I had him in the MVP conversation. To me, MVP MVP is more than what some people might think. It's more than just scoring to me. It's more than just scoring to me. If I had if it was left up to me, if you're not a two-way player, you're not getting no MVP. I'm just being honest with you. They like defense. That's their problem too. No, man, B Squirrels, yes. And they know the other problem is too, brother. The coach. I don't like the coach. They need another coach for whatever he's running, man. He know good and damn well that man they don't have the personnel for what he's trying to run. He don't have the personality. He don't have the personnel, and he don't have the personality for what he's trying to run. Now, if you get somebody in there, uh, that uh, I'm not gonna go off naming coaches, but if you get somebody in there that can vamp the team up and not just getting it to where okay, it's just because Covington did a great job too. Covington was hooping too, and several others. They really they fought hard, but defense they're gonna have to play defense though. You're right on that. That's right. You hit that right on the money, and that comes down to coaching. That comes down to coaching, man. Guys wanna sit here and act like uh Dame Dame is the only one that can do it all and be doing that sort of thing. I mean, yeah, he could do it for just a little bit, but we got to realize that Dame is getting older. Dame is getting older. He's not he he doesn't he carries a big load all the time. And the last thing that you want Dame to do is get hurt. The last thing that you want Dame to do is get hurt. If I'm Cherry Scott, I'm like I'm telling everybody, look, Dame cannot be the only one that's that's playing hard like this. Everybody else has got to fight and scrap, and not only on offense, but they're gonna have to do it on defense. So yeah, it's time for Dame to go. It's time for him to go. I mean, hey, look, I'm all for staying with a franchise and being there and stuff. But Dame, you've done everything that you possibly could. I wouldn't try to get nobody there or anything. That Portland doesn't want to go anywhere as an organization. They've shown that time and time again. They don't want to go nowhere as an organization. They don't want to go nowhere. They want to sit up there. They just want to be in the playoffs. They want to be in the playoffs every single year. That's it. They don't want to get nowhere. That team when they had LaMarcus Aldridge and when they had Dame Lillard, they actually had enough to actually compete and be a legitimate contender. It just wasn't working out between the both of them. So if I'm Dame, I'm getting up out of there. I'm getting up out of there. I'll go help a team. And hey, look, at first I wasn't. I listen. Shout out to Tick. But at first, me and Tick, we disagreed about this. He said bring Dame over there, ship some other guys. Uh, but see, I wouldn't want to give up Randall though. Even though Randall's playing poorly, I wouldn't want to give him up because this is a learning experience for Julius Randall. He's the first. It's his first year being uh, you know not in the playoffs, but him being the main guy on a team and having to carry the load. on this type of stage. It's his first year, and he's never been in that type of situation. So he has to learn. He has to learn all of this. Is we got to stop saying, "Oh yeah, he's trash. He's trash. He's trash." No, he's not. He's gonna learn from it, and he's still relatively young. He ain't nothing. He ain't nothing but 26. He still got time. That's plenty of time. Y'all act like he's way in his 30s or something like that. Man, Julius Randle got plenty of time, and he's getting the shots. He's just not making them. He's struggling. It's a whole nother man. It's a whole nother ball game in the playoffs. And Atlanta feels like they don't have nothing to lose. Uh, they got an old school coach in Nate McMillan. I mean, they're trying to make they establish themselves. And Trey Young is really trying to certify himself. He sees that everybody else is talking about, the John Morans, the Zions, uh, other young players and stuff. And he's trying to let people know, okay, hey, hello, I'm here. I'm not. Hey, they're not the only one. They're not the only players. They are not. They are not the only players that are out here. I can hoop too. I was a I was a high pick in the draft. I can shoot. I can play make. I can finish. Hold on one second, y'all. Good morning, G Kim. What part of the East Coast you in, man? What part of the East Coast you in? And B Squills, you. Oh, hold on. You said their best run to me was in 2019 until they ran into Golden State. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, they definitely had a chance that year. They had a chance that year, but man, what is Dame gonna do with just a well-oiled machine like that? That that isn't fair. But he still tried his best. He didn't play as well as some people would have liked him to play, but uh, he still fought hard. One thing that you can't say about Dame is that he don't fight hard. I don't care if he shoots poorly, but the fact that he fights, that says a lot about him. That's why a lot of people wouldn't mind playing with him. That's why a lot of people wouldn't mind playing. Okay, you from the Bahamas? Okay, all right, but I'm saying though, where on the East Coast are you though? Because I know I spent some time in Virginia. Yeah, I got a lot of East Coast brothers that's on this channel, man. I got a lot of East Coast brothers, man. A couple of the homies. I got some Brooklyn fans, and I got some New York fans. Hey, look, I'm happy for the Knicks. Hey, if this season, if they don't go no further, just the fact that they made the playoffs, I'm happy with that. Now, New Yorkers, some New Yorkers might be salty about it, but you gotta like where the organization is going. Okay, you in South of Florida. Where you in that Dade County, man? Hey, y'all hit that like and hit that sub as you come on in. Man, welcome to the channel. G Kim, I don't know if you sub, man, but over here, man, nothing is off limits, man. We talking about LeBron and how he just walked out. And you welcome to come in and voice your opinion too. Y'all can come in. I'm gonna be on here a little while. I'm off. I don't have really nothing to do. I'm paying bills. I'm taking care of my wife. I got a lot of things I'm doing. In Broward, yeah. Okay, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I was in New Smyrna Beach. I was in New Smyrna. Yeah, shout out to Florida though. Shout out to the whole 305. Shout out to Tallahassee, Jacksonville, Tampa, all of that. What's up, TJ? Nah, 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 nah. TJ, man, come on, man. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Listen, man, hey, dog, okay, you got to be optimistic. And shout out to TJ too, Black Base. If you haven't subbed to his channel, sub to his channel, man. Constantly bringing content. Lakers fan, definitely, definitely a brother of mine. We even go at it about he was trash talking me to death one time. But shout out to TJ. Listen, man, y'all gotta remain optimistic, bro. You gotta remain optimistic. I don't feel like it's over. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't feel, man. I'll say it again. The Lakers, y'all had a chance in that first quarter. Y'all came out aggressive, but they could not maintain it. So there's no excuses, TJ, because Chris Paul exited the game too. Them Floyd played with absolutely no energy. Got embarrassed. Listen, I know. Listen, but in the first quarter though, TJ, they actually they actually played with a little bit of energy. I was like, wow, I like how the Lakers were coming out. At the first minute of the game, and they just needed to maintain it. What they should have do, what I felt like what they should have done was, okay, if you up 8-2 and everything like that, just play the clock and get it to Bron. Play the clock and get it to Bron, and Bron just has to be a little bit more aggressive. Like I've said before. Hey TJ, TJ, G Kim, and everybody else in the chat, B Skrills, Andy K, Andover Sandlot. Look, I don't mind LeBron hoisting the ball up and having tunnel vision. In this case, your other superstar is out. You got people fighting injury. You got people that's not not doing what they supposed to do. Man, hell yeah. I'm a, I'm gonna do everything I can to win the game. After Dev started getting and one, it got out of hand. Yeah, because Devin Booker, believe it or not, Devin Booker and Miles Bridges were definitely. I was shocked. I'm glad Miles Bridges came because I like Miles Bridges. He came. He came. He had been struggling, but I'm glad that he kind of woke up a little bit. He woke up. Um, he was in a little bit of a shooting slump. He was definitely in the shooting slump. But yeah, they and you can't say enough about Aiden. Hey TJ, how you like Aiden, man? I need to ask you how you like Aiden, and don't be biased neither, man. Hey, G Kim said it didn't seem like Lakers had a thorough game plan. No, they had a thorough game plan, G Kim. They came out aggressive, but it just didn't work. They didn't sustain it. They didn't go out. They didn't maintain that energy. They didn't maintain that energy. They didn't. They could have won that game despite not having AD. Because if I don't know, TJ, G Kim, and Bree Skrills, if it's me, I don't give a fuck who's out there or who's not gonna play. And if you keep getting hurt like AD is, I would have been used to it by now. I'm like, okay, well, I'm used to this shit. This ain't nothing new. That's how you have to think. That's how you have to think. If I'm AD and or LeBron, I'm sorry, if I'm LeBron, shoot, man, I could care less. I'm like I'm gonna be have tunnel vision and I'm gonna play even harder. You said yeah, I know. Wait, I see you in the man. He said he is young. He is a young beast. That old school game. You talking about Aiden? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Aiden, man, Aiden is gonna be hey, if Aiden keeps up with his health and maintains good the way he's playing, he could be a Hall of Famer. Salute to you, wait, what I see you in the building, man. Yeah, the street clothes Davis. Man, I mean, man, like it's funny, man, but I mean, if you have that reputation for being injury prone, man, you gonna get it, man. They don't. I mean, I done heard everything about AD so far. What nothing is new and nothing is out of bounds because he kind of brought it on himself. Oh, okay, AD was hurt. So what? No scheme for Harrell or yeah, I know. G Kim, you right on point. You right on point. They didn't run. Listen, listen. They had a game plan. They had a game plan, but they did not maintain composure. Listen, when a team starts to, uh, okay, like let's say there's only like one superstar on there. You know what I'm saying? Or your superstar is hurt. Man, these guys in a pressure situation. You got people wondering if you're gonna win. It's pivotal and everything like that. Guys that have never been in that situation before, they gonna sit up there and they are gonna take that as oh snap. I've never been in this situation before, and they're gonna be paranoid about the whole thing. The Lakers had that game. I don't care what nobody says. They could have won that game just off the fact that they played with energy coming out the first couple minutes, but they lost composure. You got guys that have never been in that stage before, that have never been in that situation before. You know what I'm saying? And some of those guys is nervous as hell. Hey, True the King, I see you in the building, man. Hey, True the King, bro. Hey, I'm happy to. Hey, Boston should have gave some of what the Lakers had last night. Boston played with more heart. What's up, Think Tank? I see you in the building, bro. Boston played with more heart than them. You know what I'm saying? And Boston got more people gone. Boston played with more heart than the Lakers last night. Hey, listen, I would have loved to have, a guy like these guys like Pritchard and Fournier, Marcus Smart. I would have loved to have them guys out there on the floor, because them guys is willing. They are willing to do anything at any cost to try to win. Real talk. They had that game. I don't want to hear none of this. Oh, well, AD was hurt. Man, you should be used to that shit by now. You should be used to that by now. You should be used to all of that by now. Hey, look, I put it to you like this. You should be used to that. Oh, look, if I got a player that's constantly getting hurt, if I got a player that's constantly getting trouble, constantly getting suspended, constantly getting tossed out of the game, you should be used to their habits. Okay, LeBron walking away, pouting, getting mad, and all that other stuff. He should have took that anger out in the game. That's what the greats did. That's what. While I'm talking about Boston, that's what Larry Bird did. What? That's what Jordan did. That's what Kobe did. Hell, that's what Garn. Listen, I'll talk about the obvious, but let's talk about some of the man. Paul Pierce used to do things like that while I'm talking about Boston. You know, uh, man, shoot, Isaiah Thomas. Some of these greats, man, didn't make no excuses and went out there and they got it done. They went out there and got it done. They said, you know what, whatever. And in the Bad Boy Pistons era, Bill Lambert would tell you straight up they had fights in the locker room. Look, man, get all that anger, all that stress out some sort of way so that y'all can have continuity on the squad, some sort of chemistry. Because that's what it boils down to. It boils down to chemistry, man. If y'all sitting up there and y'all lose a superstar and you hanging your head, your superstar is hanging his head. What you think? What you think the rest of them gonna do? Yeah, next man up. Exactly. G Kim, you on point. LeBron is kind of privileged, a privileged kid. He's spoiled and will always go to pout. I got to part ways with you on that, man. LeBron came up really kind of he okay from a coaching aspect. At first, Drew wasn't having it at first, but Drew realized, Coach Drew realized that he realized that early that LeBron where his potential lied and stuff like that. But when he was staying with the family that he stayed with, man, they were really strict. Everything wasn't given to him. Man, that's just something that I think was picked up, as and how this right here, he showed poor leadership. He showed poor leadership. And this isn't anything new. He's done it before. He's done stuff like this before. You know, lots of other greats have showed poor leadership. You know what I'm saying? I mean, as much as I like MJ as a leader and everything, it was no reason. It was no reason for punching Steve Kerr and doing that. You know what I'm saying? But that was his style, and he did it. And if he felt some type of way, he should have approached the matter different. But that was his approach, and it worked for him. And bad boy Pistons respected the old school. Yeah. Salute to you, Super Taj. I see you in the building. G Kim, I understand. Polo, what you constantly do kind of reflects who you may be. That's facts. That's facts. What you constantly do may reflect who you may be. Yeah, that's facts. But you know what though? Uh, I could, I'm not trying to counter it, but I will say this. Um, e- everybody, some people pick up an ego once they obtain a level of success. They tend to pick up a certain ego, and that ego can drive people away from you. Like okay, once a person starts winning, okay, they feel like nobody else is on their level, and if there is somebody on their level, they feel like, okay, look, you in my space now, that sort of thing, and that type of energy right there, you can't you can win with that, but it's gonna be hard to do that. Tim Duncan was a he he led by an example, and he never he never talked to his teammates or like not in the way that maybe like a Jordan, or he never walked out mad or pissed off. He might have been pissed off all the time, but he never let it show, and he took his anger out on the court. That's what LeBron should have did last night. Yeah, like Dame, I give him credit. Dame Dame was probably he was mad as hell. Dame always get mad. He always get mad. But guess what he does? He lets his play do the talking. He lets his play do the talking. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I apologize about that, y'all. I'm back again. Um, yeah, but I don't, man. Look, I don't see nothing wrong, uh, with just going out there and playing hard, man. Like, but just don't give up on your supporting cast, and more importantly, don't give up on yourself. You know, he gave up on his team, and he gave up on himself. And it feels like, um, he's been on that stage plenty of times, so this should be nothing new. And as the face of the league, that makes you that really makes you look bad, man. It makes the organization look bad too. It makes the organization look bad too. We all know the Lakers ain't a squeaky clean organization, anyways. You know, we all know that. We know what stuff goes on behind the scenes. But man, you walking out like that, and with 5 minutes left to go, that's ridiculous. Hey, look, I don't care to play with you no more. First you sitting there pouting, and you mad, being because things ain't going your way. I mean, but do something about it. If you really feel that strongly, and look, man, I don't care if anybody is mad because I'm saying what I'm saying. Look, I'm objective on this channel. If Listen, it doesn't mean I'm a LeBron hater. Listen, if Russell Westbrook, man, being that he's one of my favorite players, I've gotten on his helmet plenty of times for the stupid stuff that he does. So LeBron, man, he should have yesterday. Like I told Goat Mike, I told him, I said he needs to be a little selfish, and I wasn't just talking about, not even necessarily, hoisting up the ball like, 40, 50 times. I'm not talking about that type of selfish, but saying, okay, look, I'm going to get to the line every single time that I can to try to not only slow the game down, because let's just be honest, Phoenix plays at a way, 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 way faster pace than the Lakers. Way faster pace. They make Phoenix look, I mean, they make LA look old. They make LA look like, okay, you know how in an adult league, Blackface, G Kim, Super Taj, True the King, Wait What, uh Annie K, B Skrills, if y'all listening, T Price. If you play in like a, let's say you play in like a summer league or an adult league, and you got 18 to 35, and then you got 35 and up. That look like the 18 and 35 tier playing against the 35 and up group. That's what he looked like. I mean, Phoenix was on every cylinder, and they listen. Neither team has excuses because Chris Paul is a superstar and an MVP candidate, and he went out of the game. AD went out too, so they both are bring value to their squad at a high level. So they had no excuses. They had absolutely no excuses whatsoever. Absolutely no excuses. And some people get mad like that. Yeah, G Kim, you calling it down the middle, Polo out here. Yeah, absolutely. I always carve everything. You have to do that, man. If you don't do that, man, like I'm like with Philly. Uh yeah, uh we got Embiid out, but that's no excuses. cause cause Ben Simmons just has to step his ass up. But more importantly, man, in the off season, man, like I'm not necessarily saying that he has to work. Listen, I know people gonna be like, "Oh, jumper, 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 jumper." No, hey, I'll be fine with him just working on his free throws. I'll be fine with just him working on the free throws. Phoenix, Chris Paul, kept it fast. That was that was where the game plan. That was where the game plan. Yep, that was. Yeah, Philly got to get it done tonight. Yeah, we do, and we will. The health of Embiid is a concern. Uh, he was listed as probable. And if he wasn't going, if he did play, I wouldn't want him to do that because at a less than 100% Embiid, his minus is are up when he does that. He doesn't perform very well, and I don't want that on the floor. I need guys out there that make a substantial contribution in order for us to get to that next level. Wait, what? We need to be talking about, Brooklyn and the Bucks. That's what we need to be talking about. Listen, hey, wait, what? You're gonna be upset at me, big dog. And I said it last night. I got the Bucks winning in six. Uh, I got the Bucks winning in six, and it don't have nothing to do. Look, y'all looking at KD, Harden, and Kyrie, because I got a feel that the Hawks are going to look. Let me tell you, wait, what? This is why I got the Bucks winning. We already talked about this. We was on the stream. You hopped in and when we were talking about this. And I had already said this. I said Milwaukee, they got listen, they got the three things that you need in order to win a championship. They got defense, they got reliable shooting, they got rebounding, and then that's the main thing. But not to mention they got grit, they got heart, they got a superstar, they got guys that can score, they got guys that can facilitate, they got good coaching, and they got they got bigs that can stretch the floor. They got all types of weapons that they're gonna hit you from all types of angles. And the more important thing is that they're deeper. They are way, way, way deeper team than the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, Brooklyn Nets, they got people, but man, you got DeAndre Jordan, man, who's not the same and can't shoot free throws at the end of the game. You got Jeff Green, man. He's no scrub and everything, but Jeff Green is not what he once was. Uh, I think like y'all got a whole bunch of Bruce Browns running out there. Wait, what? Milwaukee. Everybody on that team, like the role players, they all play like Bruce Brown and Joe Harris. I I root I root for the Nets, but that Bucks fundamental is scary. Absolutely. Y'all looking at the Bucks like the Bucks the same old Bucks, man. Hey, wait, what? Bucks is a whole nother team, man. They a whole nother team. Now I mean they did play Miami, Maybe I could be looking at it like that, but I mean we gotta see what happened. That all sound sweet. However, you already know it's a it's a what? It's a will battle test. Yeah, I mean, look, if I put it like this, everybody's talking about, oh yeah, who gonna stop KD? Hell, who gonna stop Giannis? Who gonna stop Giannis? Giannis messes up by himself. He takes his own self out of the game. Can't nobody shut Giannis down. He takes his own self out of the game. That nigga takes his own self out of the game. Giannis. There's very few times when I've seen when Giannis has gotten shut down. The reason why he takes his own stuff out of the game. Listen, and now more than ever now. Wait, what? You know what? You can't foul Giannis like you once did all the time because now he's hitting his free throws. You notice that? Y'all notice that, chat? Giannis is starting to hit his free throws. He's starting to hit his free throws. And with the guy like Giannis that tends to draw a lot of contact, man, that's just going to open things up for Milwaukee because now you definitely can't foul anybody outside of Giannis. You can't foul Brook Lopez. He automatic. He's going to hit it from free throw and three. You can't foul Forbes. He's automatic. He's going to hit it from free throw and three. You can't foul Connaughton. He's going to hit it from free throw and three. Drew Holiday, don't know how well he is at the line, but he's a scorer nevertheless, and he could get to the line too. He's a slasher. Man, they got so much debt on that team, man. It's not even funny. PJ Tucker, man, I mean, people look at PJ Tucker like he's a nobody, man. You better wake up. Give me PJ Tucker any day. I'll take PJ Tucker. And see, this is good. He gets to get back at Harden for that stuff that he was doing earlier in their careers. Let's just face it, man. TJ PJ Tucker had to get on Harden several times because of the stuff that he was doing. They got a lot of keys to win that series, man. And I had the Bucks. If everybody listening to this, we got 6 people in here. Look, I'm gonna tell you like this. I got the Bucks winning in 6, and those games those games could be. I'm not gonna say they're gonna be blowouts, but they're not gonna be as close as you think. They really know how to stretch the floor and they play fundamental ball. That ball moves. And when you got a superstar like Giannis that is very unselfish, that's a wrap. I know wait what don't want to hear that. But I had to be honest, man. That's why and look, nobody should be mad that I said that because I felt that Philly Philly doesn't have the pieces. Well, we have the pieces, but we would have trouble because they're just as deep as we are. Let's see, Bucks gonna come. Bucks gonna come down to scheme execution and can Nets humble to be coached. Well, I'm gonna talk about that in just a second. G Kim, all mental approach, not physical. I'm not worthy about it. I've seen all fundamental teams and etc. However, it's an IQ game.
Bucks can be beat. After all, Saturday night, you'll be a witness to scary hours. Hey, look, um, you got a great point, but you also have to remember that Nash has no coaching, absolutely no coaching experience. Um, he's never coached at this level. He's never been in any type of trench situation. And to make matters worse, wait, what? He's got D'Antoni on the sideline with him, who's never been in the trenches before. He's been in the trenches, but never has taken that next step, to uh, champion, possibly championship level expectation. The other coach has more head coaching experience than Nash ever will. And you say what you want. Wait, what? I know that you think KD, Kyrie, and Harden can all get it done, but they're not as mentally strong as you think. Especially Harden's not mentally strong. He when things don't go his way, look at how Harden acts. He did that in in um in what you been doing in Houston. I hear you, Polo, making sense. Thanks, brother. I got the Bucks. Hey, salute to you, big Q. I see you in the building. Polo, remind your doubter Miami with Dirk. Yeah, I'm not a Dallas fan though, but yeah. Uh oh. Yeah, look at him. Yeah, look at him. He chimed in now. He feeling some type of way. Let's hear it. Wait, what? Wait, what? You there?
What's good, bro? Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the panel. What's good, man? Hey, listen, dog.
Hold
Listen.
on. All right, go
You can hear
ahead,
me?
man. Let's hear it.
Hey, listen, dog. First off, shout out to that amazing, amazing, amazing. No defense though, but amazing game with Portland and Denver. I had to catch up last night watching that shit because I ended up watching all the games because I had to record some of them. So I was going through a couple of them. And yo, Portland. Listen, dog. Dame, like yo, that shit was amazing by Dame. I can't even critique that shit like analytic wise. Nah, it just showed that yo, that nigga, that boy there, boy dangerous. He's really, 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 really dangerous. But the rest of the team from the fourth quarter all the way to the two overtime is 1 for 19. So the team kind of let him down on that one for real. At least somebody could have stepped up a little bit different way. Um, They couldn't stop that defense. They defense, they got to slow down people. You know what I'm saying? You got Covington, I think that is. They small
Yeah.
forward. He playing defense on Joker, and Joker just like Joker was already exhausted, so you could tell that like he was just doing the best he could, but he was showing out too. And listen, dog, listen. I know you talking about that Bucks and Nets. Yeah, listen. After Saturday. Like Steve Nash said, it's all mental. Like they can rebound. Brooklyn can rebound with them. It's all about just how bad you want it. And like I said, this playoffs is going to show you who wanted the most. I'm hearing everything what people saying. Like Bucks got this, Bucks got that. They got this and that. Cool. But when we talk about like how you can stop Giannis, it's easy. Get him in foul trouble easily.
No,
Get him in foul
see,
trouble.
that's what that's what I'm
That's
saying, big
that's
bro.
what I'm saying. That where the IQ come at. Like if you see that
Hey,
okay, he going off a little too much. All right, he gonna try to play on KD as much as you want. All right, get KD in the post, make KD drive it to the hole, make him
Look,
get them cheap fouls. And then when he coming down the
look, man.
lane, offensive
Wait,
foul.
what?
Go ahead.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. Giannis. Okay, yeah, he ain't lights out. You know what I'm saying from the line, but he's hitting a lot more free throws and hitting them more consistent now. And you can't do the same strategy. You can't do the same strategy like you do like if you was gonna do now they calling it Hacker Simmons now. Now I'm like, damn, I gotta kind of agree with some people. I think another guy has said it, man, Doc, his coaching decision on that play because I went back and I looked at the game again. I'm thinking, okay, yeah, now we got to, of course he's been exposed with his shooting, but now man, Doc definitely got to pull him out. But then you're torn because we need another facilitator uh that can do the job just as well as him. So I'm torn. But go ahead though, man. Yeah, hey, I can't. I got to part ways with you on that one, man. Giannis, man, that's not the main strategy though.
I understand not the main strategy. Bro, that's why I said for me, I feel like for that series itself, it's too hard to really put a pinpoint because, like I said, we never seen them both play fully healthy. You know what I'm saying? The last two games, it was uh, it was just KD and Kyrie, and then the first game against each other was James Harden and KD, and they took it from them, even with all their pieces there. And they probably have a PJ Tucker at that time, but they did have a Drew Holiday at that moment. And like I said, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting, dog. Like I said, I gotta wait till after Saturday to get a full synopsis on that for me to really all right, this is how it's gonna go. This is how it's gonna go. Right now, I'm still in the first round. I'm not even touching the second round yet because it's too good. It's too goody. It's too
Uh,
juicy. I can't think about that right now. Right now, I'm thinking about what Trey Young gonna do tonight. Like as in Stanley York home. That's who I got tonight. I also got
oh,
for the
you got
upset.
Trey Young.
I Yeah, I got Trey Young tonight, and for the upset tonight, I got Washington with a second win.
Okay, hey, Goat, man, Goat just chimed in. If you haven't sub to Goat channel, go subscribe to his channel, man. Definitely gonna have lots of fun, entertainment. He's a Lakers fan, diehard, and more importantly, man, he a Texas nigga, so he's a grinder just like myself. Go ahead, take it away. You got the flow, man. And please, man, keep that shit respectable, man. You see how I gave you your props. You know what I'm saying? This nigga Goat come in, I'll be like, yeah, man, Goat is a humble individual. He this, he that. Polo, you capping. You capping. Nigga, fuck you. Da 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 da. I don't want to hear none of that shit, nigga. Go,
hey,
man.
hey, look, man. Hey, you know,
Look, hey, wait, what? Look, watch. He cannot, he watch. He can't keep. I know he gonna say some shit. Go ahead, go. Let's hear it.
well, if I'm going off your title, man, look, look, I've taken a lot of heat for what I said about the Lakers, man. Look, I'm a Lakers fan, but I gotta keep it 100. This
Uh huh.
team right here is not built to for the playoffs, and I have my reasons of why this team's not built. Because if I'm being honest, Dennis Schroeder he's a young guy that he does not know how to run an offense. Dennis Schroeder, he doesn't know how to pass. We're missing guys like Rondo who can come in. Rondo was big for us, come in, facilitate, get guys open. And also last season, the Lakers won the championship without shooting, but also we had guys that can dominate inside the paint. Guys like Dwight Howard, they can play elite defense, rotate, and play D and get alley dunks. We had JaVale McGee, who can guard the basket and defend at a high level. We had I forgot who else we had, but we had guys who really wanted to play basketball. Danny Green. Danny Green was shooting bad from the field, but also Danny Green's defense went unknown. Danny Green was huge. Danny Green, JaVale, Dwight Howard, Rondo. Not having those guys, I mean, whenever the Lakers did not run it back with the same roster they had before, I knew the Lakers was in trouble. Cause I'm gonna tell you right now, a lot of people saying, "Oh, go Mike, you're a fake Lakers fan. You're you're saying it's over." Look, it is hard for me to believe they can win this series, and here's why: LeBron and AD is having an average damn near 40 minutes just to be in the game. Never mind win it, just to be in it. And here's the stat sheet of why. Look, this stat sheet is crazy. For the series, for the whole series, KCP is averaging 4 points. Now I understand he missed one game, but he played 3 games, averaging 4 points. KCP, Marquise Morris averaging 2 points for the whole series. What's the name? Dennis Schroeder last night 0 points. Andre Drummond, a 6'10" big man, 5 points. Uh, what's the name? Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma scored 15 points for one game. Kyle Kuzma's playing. Kyle Kuzma had 15, but Kyle Kuzma is averaging 4 to 5 points for the series. Matthews. Matthews is playing over 15 minutes. Matthews is averaging I think 4 to 5 points. You got Caruso, 8 points, uh what, 1 or 2 assists. Man, Ben McLemore, 6 points. Montrezl Harrell, all these guys, man. Nobody's averaging double figures outside of outside of LeBron and AD. You really don't have anybody now. Now, Dennis Schroeder had one game where he scored 20, but outside of that game, Schroeder's playing like garbage. And I'm gonna say this right now. I saw the stat sheet for the Phoenix Suns. Bro, these players are out shooting our players, and it's just pathetic. You got now even though Cameron Payne and Schroeder is averaging the exact same thing, Cameron Payne is shooting more efficient than Dennis Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder is shooting less efficient than Cameron Payne. Then on top of that, if I look at the Suns team top to bottom, the Suns team now I'm a Lakers fan, but I can't sit here and cap. The Suns are a better overall team than us right now as constructed. I can't just put out if you just put out LeBron and AD, everybody keep telling me LeBron and AD is the team. Well, if that's the case, we're going home in 7 games because LeBron and AD can't beat a whole team. Even if Chris Paul does not play the next game, that don't mean shit because the whole Suns team is playing better as a whole. We have not found a way to stop Aiden. We can't stop Jay Crowder. We can't stop Mikal Bridges. We can't stop all these dudes. So with that being said, I don't care what LeBron and AD do. If these role players can't step up and make shots, if you look at it, the Lakers are shooting less than 20% from the field, and on top of that, we don't have any guys that's willing to get in the paint and bang down low. Now I don't want to sound sus or nothing like that, but I'm just saying the Dwight Howard and McGee, those were the guys in the paint, getting bored, stick back dunks, all this shit. Now you have no shooting and you have nobody to dominate in the paint. You don't have a guy like Rondo who can come in and run the offense. Because when I watched a game, it was game 4 and game 3 for the Clippers. When they brought in Rondo, it was down like 10 points. Rondo changed the whole impact of that game, those games. Not having Rondo on the Lakers, that is huge. Not having Dwight in the paint, because I guarantee you right now, if we had Dwight and McGee last night, they'd have blocked half of those shots. Those shots wouldn't have been layups. They'd have been blocks, swatted to the stands. But not having guys that are athletic like Dwight and McGee, that's hurting the team right now. And everybody's bashing me. Oh, go Mike! He's talking about he quit on the team. Bro, how do you expect me to believe in the? How do you expect me to believe in the team when the role players are playing like garbage? I believe in LeBron James. I believe in Anthony Davis. These role players, they're straight garbage, and that's a fact. Last season, look, I'll tell you this right now. If LeBron had JaVale McGee, Dwight Howard, and Rondo, and Danny Green, LeBron James would have still been able to win games without AD. But the problem is these role players are just garbage. And also Frank Vogel, he's too nice on that sideline. If this had been Pop, Phil Jackson, Larry Brown, Pat Riley, man, they'd have been slapping guys in their face. playing this kind of basketball, jacking up threes, not hitting it, not playing defense at a high level. Right now, Monty Williams is out coaching Frank Vogel in every aspect. Monty Williams is holding his guys accountable. Whenever Chris Paul, whenever Chris Paul was crying about his shoulder, Monty Williams said, "Look, I will sit you down. I will sit you down if you keep crying about the shoulder." And what happened? Ever since then, Chris Paul's balling. So Monty Williams is putting more pressure on his guys. Frank Vogel's not doing that. Frank is being too nice, too kind, too sweet, too buttermilk biscuit on that sideline. But that's what I got on that, Polo.
Man, hey, Mike, you was on point with everything that you said, and I gotta before I let G Kim, man, welcome to the chat, man, and welcome to your first time on the channel, bro. I don't know how long you've been on there,
Yeah,
man.
man. Thanks.
Uh, but hold on. Uh, to piggyback off of one thing that was key that Goat said, they, you know, like I said, wait, what previously, it comes down to coaching. As much as I love Vogel,
Hey, but
because
Paul,
he's defensive
Polo.
minded, I love defensive minded coach. Just like I love Thibodeau, just like I used to like Chuck Daly, just like I used to like several others, and Popovich, you name it, I like them. If you look, if you look at some of those coaches, man, they they wouldn't mind getting in a superstar or getting in the other people's faces. And then another thing is that you know, hey, go man. I know that we parted ways
Yeah.
on me saying what I said about LeBron as far as him being a little selfish and everything like that. But in this instance, I felt like instead of doing what he did, I could understand why LeBron was mad because I've been heated like that before. I know you. I know you play football. Go. You be in the locker room throwing your helmet, slamming stuff down. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Get mad. Listen, I get it. I'm not gonna sit up here and say I don't agree with LeBron how frustrated he is, because he's not just frustrated at the players of the on the court. He probably frustrated with AD with AG too, for the simple fact, not personally, but it's just the simple fact that damn man, I need you, man. I'm in this shit again by myself. So I can understand that. He shouldn't have did that, okay, walking out and all that other stuff. He should have took that anger out like somebody like Kobe would do. Take your anger out on the floor. Be like, look, I understand you're not as good as a role player as I want. Look, I got to shoot this ball. Look, listen, you say what you want, and I'm saying this on my channel, and I don't care who has a problem with when I say this, right? LeBron can score 50 if he wants to. And I'm saying that he can score 50 if he wants to, but he's giving you a chance. He's trying to, and I understand why he's frustrated and everything. But Vogel, yes, he's gonna have to stop being a little nice. I agree with you. I was waiting on somebody to say that. Now, G Kim, go ahead, man. Say what you got to say. What you got on this, man?
Okay, man. I hear you. I hear you. You guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Hey,
Yeah, I just figured out
eh,
that I'm supposed to close the YouTube page. That's where the echo is coming from. Okay. Um, yeah. First of all,
Okay, you good, man?
yeah, they're fundamentals. Like I said, it comes down to fundamental and what you've been disciplined to do, right? LeBron, I don't have no problem with LeBron. I like LeBron. I think he's a good cat, right? But the problem is, in terms of like you said before, I think in some ways success has gotten to his head. You know, you get used to people calling you a star and whatever the case is. I don't fault him for that. That's human. I get it, right? But the problem is deep down in his discipline. He doesn't have that discipline of teams like Detroit Pistons or San Antonio, or you mentioned Tim Duncan.
Hey,
They call
G Kim, my bad, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. Hey, wait, what? And go hold down the chat for me. I'm gonna leave for a sec. Y'all hold it down for me, all right?
all right, yeah, like
All right. All right.
Yeah,
Go
Paulo,
ahead,
you
DK. You
mentioned
got it.
someone like Tim
I got
Duncan
you.
before, right? Tim Duncan had a type of discipline instilled in him. So where he did not take hype from other players, he did not take glory from other players because within himself, he knew that was wrong to do. LeBron doesn't. I'm saying he does not see it at the same value level. And the problem is, like when I said it comes down to coaching, it comes down to coaching and instillment. The thing is, what you are seeing from Lakers right now is the crap they've been doing all year. That meant the discipline was not there. You just can't tell a person who has not been training to be like that to all of a sudden to go put it on. Just like AD. AD pouts because that's what they've been trained. Oh, it's okay if I pout. I'm a superstar and I pout. They don't know to turn that off. They do not know in their mind, yo, man, I'm not doing anything wrong. And as a result, you get what happened to you last night. Um, Phoenix with Chris Paul. Chris Paul is that dog. He's that old school dog. He is instilling in those new players the old school ways. And as a result, what you have is Phoenix doing what they did last night. Just like what happened to um, Miami when they faced San Antonio. Just like what happened to Miami when they faced Dallas. You will always fail to the fundamental scheme of things. That's all I got to say on that. You guys heard me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Well, let
All
me
right.
let me
So
let me just respond
let
to.
me.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. Oh, was I cutting somebody off?
Nah, I do want to respond. I want to respond back to you, Goat, as they call you. Yo, all I heard from you earlier when you was like saying everything that you wanted to say about the Lakers and what happened with them and everything, bro. I ain't hear you see one time say LeBron didn't show up. LeBron didn't show up. Let's be honest about that, bro. Like his lack of laziness in the beginning of that first half was crazy, dog. Like he didn't put no effort. Um, he asked for shooter. You like that team that you speak about with Rondo and Howard and McGee. Them pieces were meant for AD. Them pieces not meant for LeBron. And LeBron realized that, and he switched up that whole team because they could have kept that same team. It would benefiting AD more. Rondo can be able to get the passes to AD. Howard and McGee can be able to give him his rest and help him on the defensive end. All that happened in the bonus of AD, not in the helpness of a LeBron. LeBron went little, which is he want to get a shooter, a hybrid point guard, meaning LeBron want to play point. You know what I'm saying? If LeBron see, like we complain about the point guard play, but LeBron is the one who keeps saying he a point guard and he want to keep running the point. The reason why he keep getting doubled, the reason why he can't drive because he bring out the ball instead of him playing his original position and start trying to be a point forward. Play your original position, small forward, get him in certain positions and post moves and everything. He didn't even allow that to happen. They still having him bring it up in that game. I'm like, bro, at least let Schroeder bring it up. You know what I'm saying? And what you said about Schroeder, Schroeder had 24 points the other night. He had about like a good 15. I think like he had about like more than 10 points in that first game. So like Schroeder showed up. He just didn't show up last night. You know what I'm saying? Kuzma 15 off the bench. That's off the bench. How much more do you want from him off the bench? When Coach Frank, see, I can agree with you at some point with Frank because sometimes Frank seems like he's going against a LeBron and an AD in a situation, as in like don't want to play certain positions to help them in their game. However, it's like you got LeBron every moment he takes, he keep trying to tell you, I'm not here, but I'm here. It's like, bro, if you gonna play, just play. If not, just stay out of it, bro. Because when you get on that court, It's everybody. Because I keep hearing everybody saying everybody else, but LeBron, he's supposed to be the leader of this team. He's the GOAT. He's everybody, you know what I'm saying, the best player. If you don't put no accountability to that, it's kind of wild, you know what I'm saying? And I'm seeing that more of the hypocrisy about how we judge certain players. Now, this was like a Russell Westbrook, we would be dogging him.
Hmm.
This is a Ben Simmons,
Yeah.
we'd be dogging him. You know what I'm saying? Because LeBron 24 points, that was like over the 3 quarters, but they were getting their ass whooped. He started making his shots after they got blown out. And that first 15 minutes, because I was watching that game last night. Reason why I ain't come on polo shit, because I had to rewatch that game. So I just got done watching the Denver and Portland game. So I'm watching him, and he's not showing no movement. He's not attacking the paint. He's looking for passes. Like it was one part when he drove into the lane, and like he was on the baseline on the left hand side. He skipped Kuzma because Kuzma came up right there in that paint under the rim, and he threw it to Alex Caruso for a three. I'm like, bro, why you went all the way over there where you got Kuzma right there in the paint? Kuzma had a shorter guy than him. He could have got Kuzma going. Instead of doing that, he went to go give it to Alex Caruso, who's not your top shooter. So making that pass to him is like I had a better chance with Kuzma with the 2 points than Alex with that three. You get what I'm saying? So it's like he was mentally out of it. And then AD though. AD needs to end his season yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Because bro, first of all, one, you got a groin. Why are you working on a groin? Now you know what I'm saying? You should have rest up. No, you took him on a trip to Phoenix. You should have left him at the crib. He should have been working at the crib doing treatments, getting ready for game 6. No, you want to bring him, have him work out, strain that groin even more. So when tomorrow comes, oh, he gonna be game time decision. So you destroying your product for the next couple of years, which is AD, because you gave up draft picks, you gave up young players, and everything. So you trying to push all this for what? To repeat a bubble ring that our boy had caught? Not disrespecting them on that, but it just shows that, bro, like the difference in traveling. Because traveling don't put a toll on your body. Why would you make him go to Phoenix with you if you really want to make sure he play at game 6? Now you're gonna put his health and risk at the end, and if he don't show up like the way people expect him to do, oh, it's AD's fault. So it's fucked up, dog. Like that's the that's the toxic um surrounding KD was talking about with LeBron. Not saying LeBron toxic, but the media of how they see the value of other players around him. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, I just heard you say, "Yo, a role player trash." Literally, the same role player took out Steph Curry. The same role player got 2 games on the Phoenix Suns. You know what I'm saying? It's just that they need a leader to lead them and show them the route. Like I understand they ain't had no leaders on that shit. Like as in like, all right, yo, follow me. That's how we gonna do. LeBron was just lax. Like, nah, I'm just let the game come. Like, you know what I'm saying? He even let the game come to him. He just kind of just passive aggressive. Like, fuck it. And I don't know, dog. That shit is sad, dog. Cause that's you know what I'm saying? Like, I would hear him like being the greatest. Like, he could show up last night. Like, I seen Dame like show the fuck up. Like 55. You know what I'm saying? Like that last 4 quarters and the 2 overtime. Motherfucking his team was 1 for 19. They didn't stop him. Like he kept going. You know what I'm saying? LeBron didn't show that fight last night. Y'all boys say that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
not at all.
I'm still
Yeah,
here. Hey,
yeah, yeah. I'm still
Danny,
here.
Danny Ainge is stepping down, y'all. What's your take on that?
Oh wow,
Shit, he blew check.
he is retiring.
Just saying, man. Danny Ainge is stepping down, and Brad Stevens is gonna go ahead and move into the front office.
I say Danny Ainge, goofy. He should have finished that shit out. How you went from getting all the draft picks and then not like you know what I'm saying? You set up something for Boston to have, and then you just gonna say, you know what? I'm not gonna finish it through. I'm gonna step down, nigga. Nah, finish that shit until you get fired. Like the fuck? That's that man. That's bullshit. He kept it this long. Like if that was a brother in the office or somebody else that wasn't Caucasian and then have like ties to the organization, they would have been fired if they never done nothing with them draft picks. As in getting anybody, they could have got AD before AD went to the Lakers. They could have got a lot of different players. He wasn't able to convince KD to come to Boston. He was unable to get certain players to come there. It's like, you know what I'm saying? The Horford deal, like what the fuck he did? Horford was just a waste of time. How you signed him up, man? That shit, I don't know, dog. That shit corny, dog. Like, don't quit now. Don't quit now, nigga. That's crazy. I don't like it, but what y'all thoughts? Okay.
What you got on the goat?
Well, I'll tell you what, you know, now I know a lot of people disagree with whatever I say, but it is what it is. Uh, I can care less at this point in time. I'm gonna tell you this right now.
I'm
Danny
not even gonna
Ainge,
respond to that, man. Listen, dog. This is the place of opinions, man.
I really don't care about this stuff. This is all YouTube. I don't care about this stuff. This is pointless to me. Uh, I just come on and make entertainment. I can care less about who say what and how they say it. That's just me. That's why I'm the goat because I can care less. I do me and that's me. I'm gonna say this. Danny Ainge, Danny Ainge, bro. He did what he could for the team. Now I know a lot of people gonna disagree, but I can care less. Danny Ainge, him return. He served his time being the GM. He drafted Tatum. He drafted Jalen Brown. He got Kevin Walker. He there were some trades he could have made. They didn't do with other players and stuff. But Danny Ainge, did the best he could. Yes, he has made some bad moves, but he also made some good moves. He made, in my opinion, he made better moves than Presti. Now, look, I might sound crazy, but I can care less. Once again, so Danny Ainge retired. Hey, he did his time. He made his bread. He got the players he wanted in and out the door. He got Kyrie Irving, lost Kyrie Irving. He got these players, lost these players. He got Hayward, he lost Hayward. I mean, it's what it is. I mean, Danny Ainge, he was a great player in the NBA. Danny Ainge was no scrub on the court. We could have Danny Ainge was a beast on the court. You know what I'm saying? So Danny Ainge not only served as an NBA player, but as a GM. He also drafted great talent in Tatum and Brown. So I give Danny Ainge the utmost respect. As a Lakers fan, I'm a Lakers fan now. I gotta give Danny Ainge his respect because he served on both sides, did the best that he could. Now a lot of people disagree, but once again, I care less. That's my take on this.
What you got on the G Kim?
Well, to be honest, I I sorta, kinda agree with Go just now. Um, if the man felt like he did his time, come on now, dude done had two free careers. So if he felt like he did his time, then it's okay for him to leave. Maybe to some people he underachieved, but yeah, he did help Boston get back to relevancy. I mean, I'm just saying. Um, um, he did get one or two superstars and all that type of stuff. Um, People were excited about Boston. I mean, the fans were excited. I mean, New York can't say the same thing. I mean, Knicks fans are just coming back in out of a long, cold winter. So So if he felt like he did his time, that's fine. The next thing is too similar to goat. I will say this. Um, oh, I will just say this. There, I always think when it comes down to that, we don't not know what Danny Ainge had to put up with in terms of the money. You know, all I can say is from back in the day, Danny Ainge did a lot of dirty stuff. And when I say dirty stuff, I'm talking about, he did that necessary stuff. He did that stuff like Lambert in Detroit Pistons and all that type of stuff, like Rhombus on the Lakers. So he did his due. He got promoted and that whole nine, whatever the case is. And dealing with that corporation on but corporations, it's a tricky subject. So I'm not gonna take it away from him at all. He did a situation as an executive. Um, he did a fairly good job, I think. And if he want to call it retirement, then all hats off to him, man. Do what you do. You know, do what you do. That's it.
Look, I'm gonna say this. First and foremost, man. Hey, go, man. Hey, look, you. Hey, I let guys like you and I let everybody on the panel. You know what I'm saying? But you on the panel. You know what I'm saying for a reason. Okay, so make no mistake about it, man. Everybody's opinion is validated, man. So it ain't nothing. It ain't no. Some people, man, you just gotta, block them out. You know what I'm saying? If they disagree with you and they take it to a personal level, just block them out. You know what I'm saying? That's on any way you go. Okay. Everybody's opinion is validated. Me and you, man, we disagree all the time, but at the end of the day, we all have our different ways of feeling how we feel about a situation. In terms of Danny Ainge, it's time for him to go. And go and G and they made some good points. You know what I'm saying? Danny Ainge, he made some good moves and everything. But as good as moves as he did make, also was a shrewd businessman. He was a very shrewd businessman. I felt like what he did to Isaiah Thomas in that whole situation. Can't say enough about that. There's been some players that have came in which he didn't use them right, or put his flex his muscle on using them right, and he could have got some people that were a part of the Celtics organization at one time, and could have made them more ambassadors around there, and he didn't do that. So there are some pros and there are some cons. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But overall, hey, he did. He brought a chip there, but that, you still have to carve everything down the middle. That's what I do. I stay objective. Now, going forward, do I think Brad Stevens could do the job? I think he could. And here's what I think is going to happen. He's going to start bringing more Celtic alumni around that arena that were once championship breaded individuals. And also, I think the reason why he's stepping down too, let's just think about what took place. You know, fans throwing stuff at Kyrie Irving, water bottles, things of that nature. You don't know that these GMs and these presidents and these guys in the front office, they get death threats. These guys' families get threatened. These guys get all types of stuff emailed to them. These guys get people trolls on social media that try to come in and say stuff about them and say what they'll do to them and stuff like that. And that has an effect on some people. I'm not saying that was the full realm of what took place, but let's think about the totality of the situation. You know, you're talking about a salute to you, Ray Israel. I see you in here. You're talking about a town in Boston that hates to lose just as much as LA hates to lose, just as much as New York hates to lose, just as much as Miami hates to lose.
And some of these fans, they'll say anything to get up under the skin of people in the front office or anything. I'm not saying that that's why he's stepping down, but I know that there are a lot of people that are pushing for him to step down and for him to leave. I was one of them. I felt like it's time, for Danny Ainge to go, and he made that decision to go ahead and step down, and him bringing in Brad Stevens. Now what's left for the organization to do is to figure out what's going to happen, going forward on the coaching right on the floor and with the players. They got to figure out what they're going to do with Kimber. They got to figure out what they're going to do with Taco Fall. They got to figure out what the future lies ahead with some of these decent point guards that you can use on your team. Shit, give me Pritchard. Give me that boy from LSU. Give us Taco Fall. We will utilize those guys. And those are some things that you have to look at.
Hmm.
You know.
Yeah, yeah. I forgot about the water throwing incidents. Yeah, yeah. You're right. Yeah, I forgot all about that. You made a good point with that.
Oh, hey, Goat. I hear you, G Count, but I think Goat could answer this better than I could. Ray DeRizzo said,
Uh
"Facts. There are no rebuilds for the Celtics, just like the Lakers." Do you agree with that?
huh. I don't know. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that. I'm gonna partially disagree with Ray for the fact in the NBA anything is possible. So I'm not gonna agree with that. No.
What do you think about that, G Kim? And G Kim, who is your squad, man? I don't even know who your squad is, man.
Oh man, shoots, man. Don't kill me. Don't kill
Nah,
me.
you're
Don't
entitled.
kill
Go
me.
ahead.
I'm just saying, don't kill me. Don't kill me. I'm gonna say something.
Yeah, you got to say that
Um,
to go.
um,
Go
um,
kill everybody.
yeah. I'm backing Kevin Durant. However, most of my sport teams are from Philly.
Oh, you were feeling. Hey,
but
okay.
I'm
Hey,
backing
Polo.
What's up,
Kevin
man?
Durant because
Hey,
okay, so
I'm not gonna ask this dude nothing about the Lakers no more after hearing that.
oh no, hold up now, hold on. I got love for the Lakers. Just remember, I'm from the Bahamas, and the Bahamas, not me. It's all about the gold and purple. You know, the Bahamas are a bunch of loyal Lakers fans. So
I know
you know,
Rick Fox is from the
Rick
Bahamas.
Fact, Michael Sweet Bell Thompson. Hold on, like I'm just saying, because you know a lot of people forget that Clay Thompson is a Bahamian. A lot of people, you know, they don't know that. But you know, Michael Thompson, he's a Bahamian. You know, Rick Fox, Bahamian. But you know, my heart, like I'm a Philly dude from like way back in the day. Dr. J, all that nine. Um, Went to school up around Philadelphia. Always visit there for summer, whatever the case is. It did my heart good when the Eagles won. I was like, oh, waiting for that forever. but you know, I have no hate for Lakers. I don't hate Lakers. If you ask me if I hate anything from the Lakers, it may be sometimes the spoiled way that some fans carry on. Not all of them, but
I,
I respect Lakers tradition. I love it.
Listen, let me tell you something. I appreciate the Lakers for several reasons. You know what I'm saying? Lakers are the epitome of what it means to play championship style basketball. When you ask anybody, Go and G Cam, in their careers, what is their desire to be? They want to play for the Lakers.
Yeah.
What do they hope to be? Man, I want to play. Well, it used to be the Forum. Now I want to play in the Staples Center. I want to play where all the banners are hanging at.
I wanna be out in LA. I wanna be, in Hollywood, things of that nature. I also appreciate the Lakers too because they are a model of what it means to bounce back and be resilient. You say what you want. The Lakers know how to bounce back better than a lot of organizations
Yeah.
know how to. Uh, and another thing is that you know I appreciate the Lakers because we were able to give them an ass whooping in '83 and be able to consume that title uh, for the 76ers. Um, but that was just a joke. But look, man, it's been great, fellas. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna shut it down, and y'all be y'all be able to support Goat Mike and his channel. All right, y'all have a good one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. And go. No hate on Lakers, man. No hate on Lakers. No hate. Okay, man.